Okay, hello everybody. Today I'd like to talk to you about Drednaw, the most important, in quotations, objective in Pokemon Unite right now. Drednaw is a enigma, in that yes, it's good at the beginning, you definitely want to get the first Drednaw, but I personally believe that there is a certain way you have to approach him, in that if you're playing a certain team composition, you generally want to use him to farm the enemy team if you can. So I'm going to talk to you about how to properly use Drednaw and what characters are a good idea to use for Drednaw, especially in the team fight situation. So let's begin with what happens with Drednaw. Drednaw comes in about 7 minutes into the game. So as you see, he's not here right now. Usually this bot lane will be filled with people trying to range each other out, or Machops just running into this gate. But generally speaking, what you're going to want to do is when Drednaw appears, you've got to, as a team, really decide what you're doing. And I know in randoms that's going to be a little bit difficult, but bear with me. So if you've got a support, say, that has high burst energy, like Wigglytuff, Mr. Mime, then you can still effectively try and take Drednaw really easily. What the heck was that? However, there are a few characters, if you own them, you really shouldn't be trying to take Drednaw as opposed to just baiting your opponents into the fight. So let's just keep this short. If you're using something like Eldegoss, or if you're using if your team has characters without much burst potential at low level, say if you got Ivysaur or Eldegoss, it's gonna be a good. What the heck is happening with this? It's gonna be a good situation for you to not try to take the Drednaw when the opponent's around, because there are a lot of characters that can do that. Zeraora is also another one, because he doesn't get his burst damage to level 8. No, you only want to try and take Drednaw if you have somebody with a big hefty amount of damage who can just take the bar down in a single stroke. Because there is a certain point where Drednaw appears, you're gonna need to get his health down to a certain point, to the point where it's one shot, and then whoever one shots the Drednaw will win. Stuff like your Lucario, your Absol, your Talonflame, they'll be able to take Drednaw super easily, and whoever gets that first Drednaw wins. So if your opponent has any of those on the thing, do not attempt to take Drednaw yourselves. Make sure that they're killed first, because if they're like basically kill you, then they're gonna just take Drednaw. There's no point in even trying. So what you really will need to do is you're gonna need to bait them. If you've got those characters, the characters with the high burst damage at low level, you should be the one trying to take Drednaw. Otherwise, you should let them try and take Drednaw, let them take a bit of damage, and then kill them. Now, here's the deal. Do not auto-attack Drednaw, ever. If the enemy team are there. Because those auto attacks are weak, and they'll put it down to the point where the enemy team can gauge it with more mathematical precision who is going to get the Drednaw. So, what you need to do is you need to put yourself in an advantage situation, and if you're going to take that Drednaw, you need to have somebody on the other side of him, on this side over here, stopping any enemies from getting not within range of them, but within range of... Oh, hello, Zeraora. Not within range of the Drednaw, but within range to use any sort of attacks with any sort of range on it. Because if they can get anywhere near it, they can steal it. So you're going to do your Wigglytuffs, your Pikachus, your submission Machokes. You're going to need them to either hide in this bush here, or in this bush over here, ready to stop them should they come near. You don't want them to be attacking the Drednaw, you only need like 3 people attacking the Drednaw. At just a point, you'll need at least 4 people to take it. So if you don't have 4 people, don't even try. So what you then will need to do is make sure the Drednaw, once it gets down to about half health, you're going to need to be careful. Because if they're nearby, you're going to need to play it cool. You're going to make sure you put yourself in an advantageous situation. If you're a Lucario, if you're an Absol, if you're anything with a very high power burst attack, say, or Gengar, you're going to want to be careful, because if they're on half, you're going to want to stop attacking the Drednaw and make sure you push everybody back. You're going to need to make sure they're gone and they're not within the range, right? The bad range of this is about here for certain ones, and it's about here for a Snorlax. You're going to need to make sure that Drednaw is safe. If you don't make sure he's safe, you risk being stolen, and if you risk being stolen, that's a problem. If you back away from the Drednaw with enough time, he will return to max health, and that's better for if the enemy is overpowering you than you just simply going in and making a bad mistake in an unsavory team fight. So here's the deal. Your enemies will enter up here from jungle, and over here from everywhere else if you've just killed them. They will be rushing for it. There is very little hope of you getting somebody coming from this direction because that's tactically unsafe for them. So expect them from here and from here. So this bush here is probably the best possible place to intercept any incoming Steelers. Steelers will hide in this bush. Your audio attacks do have a way of attacking, but you have to hold down the button before you actually do it. So you have to physically go to about here, maybe, and even then you'll still hit the Drednaw. So if you go to this bush and fire out, you should be able to fire any ranged attacks at them, assuming the Audino isn't there. I actually should have it like that. It's very difficult to actually get it to work. That's why it's best to clear out the Audinos as best as possible, because they'll stop you from being unable to target your enemies. If you start hitting that Audino instead of them, you're screwed, buddy. But yeah, if you are playing supports with very little damage output and very good support, you're going to need to just use that, ignore the Drednaw, kill them first, then attack the Drednaw. If you do have the high burst characters, it's fine. If you get like one or two of them gone, whittle down that Drednaw, see if you're in an advantageous situation. If you're not, back off. If you are, go for it, finish it. The situation should be that at least 3 of them are down, and then you have 3 of yours go in, and at least one of you has to come back and stop them from stealing. So yeah, that's the way that Drednaw generally should work. Pretty much, just make sure if Unite moves are in play, throw that out the window. If they use a Unite move, they're going to do it. Use yours first. If you're going to get the second Drednaw, don't be afraid to use your Unite moves. It's well worth it, trust me. But that's basically fighting for the first Drednaw. For the second Drednaw, it's just a matter of whoever unleashes the most damage. Okay, I think that's everything I need to say about the Drednaw fight. I hope that that helps. And thanks for watching if you did. Okay, I've been Maxon2, and I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.